Hey everyone, I'm Pacific Casual Gamer, and welcome back to another video on Rainbow Six Siege. And today I'd like to tell you guys what Entry Fraggers do, because I think a lot of what Entry Fraggers do in Siege is not correct information. I guess, well, I shouldn't say correct is the word, but I feel like an Entry Fragger role should be expanded upon. I should let you guys know, what an Entry Fragger can do to be a better Entry Fragger. Okay, so a lot of people understand what Entry Fragger does. You walk in, you kill, right? That's what you do. But there's more to it, right? So let's say I'm an Entry Fragger. Now I use Cafe Dostoevsky a lot. Let's say my goal on Cafe is to get control of piano. Why would I then, as an Entry Fragger, try to go, let's just say, go for cocktail control? What does it help me with? Well, that's actually a good question. What if you go for cocktail control, what happens? Well, you get cocktail control. It's easy access to piano. And there might have been a roamer there that's going to attack you. But was it worth it? That's something that you have to ask yourself when you entry frag. Let's say you need piano control, you went to cocktail, but you spent 2 minutes and your other entry fragger died. It's probably not worth it, unless it's a keystone of your strategy. If it's just a side thing that's a quality of life, we got to get piano control, but if we don't, it's okay. It's a waste of your time. So you need to pick where you're going to go. Right? Of course you need to win your gunfights, right? But that's what an Entry Fragger does, is they go for the initial control and they help gain control of the areas that you're going to use to set up your site execute, your push, whatever, right? A good example that I think a lot of us have seen, again on Cafe, is you go for that piano control because they pick the objective mining fireplace, right? Piano control, a lot of people will go for it because there's the hatch into train, and if you take control of train, you just split the site up and you can fight from there, right? You have pressure from the top, you can go down, you can pinch one of the sites. It's a spot that a lot of people use for control of that site. Another thing that you'll notice is a lot of Entry Fraggers are operators that can get rid of utility. Ash, Zofia, IQ, those are 3 really common Entry Fraggers. Jackal, he's more for roamers, right? So if you bring an operator like, let's just say, Ash, you can get 2 frags, but this is a common thing that'll happen, by the way. I know I've been using Cafe a lot, but let's use Theme Park. Let's say they're defending Armory, right? Armory Throne, the dreaded Armory Throne. If you're an Ash and you get 2 frags, one was in the site and one was roaming, but you don't get rid of utility that's preventing everyone from opening site, right? Like maybe a Goyo shield, or you took control of the wrong area and now you gave it up and they can defend it. Then no one's going to get in the site and those 2 frags were meaningless, right? That's something that the scoreboard will not say. You guys ever notice when there's someone on your team getting a bunch of frags, but you're not winning? Sometimes that's because their frags don't mean anything. If their frags mean something, then the rest of the team is just not having a good day, right? But as an Entry Fragger, you need to make sure that every single kill on the scoreboard was a meaningful kill and it meant something that round. If you kill a spawn peeker who's going to kill your hard breacher, it's a meaningful frag. Your hard breacher's alive, So it's things like that that I think is sometimes lost as an Entry Fragger. What are you doing besides fragging? The extra fragging, right? Because a lot of times, the basics of Entry Fragging, anyone else can start to pick up and work on, right? It's just harder because if I'm playing Thermite, if I die, it's a little bit more important than if an Ash dies. Another thing that's important for Entry Fraggers to do is once they, hit a point where they shouldn't be continuously pushing, they need to know when to stop. That's something that if you watch the 6on6 podcast, Canadian talks a lot about. He's like, the young gunners, that's what he calls them. When we get them, the hardest thing is they have to put on the brakes, right? Because it's easy when you go, you kill the Vigil, you kill the Jaeger, you're going. It's hard to know when to stop. And what can help you as an Entry Fragger, what you should do is ask your IGL, when should I stop? When do I need to, hold back so that the rest of the team can come forward and I get more information to help me frag out. So those are some things that Entry Fraggers do. It basically roam clear, start to gain control of important areas on the map. Of course, there's going to be exceptions because of whatever strategy, you know, but basically roam clear, important control, even if it doesn't mean frag, you know, if you're playing against a team and there's an important area and they did nothing to take it, well, good job. You did your job as an Entry Fragger. You took the spot. You know, you didn't have to kill anybody for it, but you took the spot. Getting rid of utility if you can, you know, as an IQ, an Ash, or a Zofia, and making sure that you stop so that your life can be played out more, rather than maybe yeeting yourself into sight and getting killed and then the rest of your team can't do anything. So that's all I gotta say about that, guys. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at playing video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.